My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2 with the Ironclad. None of the new relics. Come on. I'm not going to sit here and re-roll starts of runs for the new relics, but look, the Nyaw's Bones does give me 2 Nyaw relics, so I'm going to give myself the chance of getting one. Well, large capsule. Upon pickup, we'll gain 2 random relics as well as an additional strike and an additional defend, and vial holster. Upon pickup, we'll gain a potion slot and 2 random potions. That is parrying shield. If we end our turn with at least 10 block, deals 6 damage to a random enemy. Also, lasting candy. Every other combat, your card rewards gain an additional power. So maybe it's easier for us to get a bunch of stone armor. That could be fun. Vial holster, upon pickup, gain 1 potion slot and procure 2 random potions. Clumsy's not a bad potion. It is a bad potion, actually. Were Clumsy a potion? Wouldn't take it. But as for a curse, look. I think the only one that I want more than Clumsy is Guilty, and that's because it removes itself from the meta deck. Alright, there's a 3 upgrade line this way. How many combats can I get on this first floor? Because then we can try and dip deep on the lasting candy. I don't like that I have to go 5 normal enemies if I actually want to hit this early rest on the left-hand side. So that's probably what ends up driving me over onto the right-hand side there. So it's a 3 rest, 1 elite, possibly. I mean, there's a good number of fights near the end. Yeah, we'll take that line. Also, as an Ironclad, starting with both an additional strike in the base deck and another additional strike from the large capsule, if I see a perfected strike in the first space or 2, look, I could be tempted. Also, oh boy, I was about to say, if possible, I'm going to be looking to block 10 a turn. Right, yes. Not going to be able to do too much about that one here. I'm going to use... Do I use Cure All? It doesn't even guarantee. I still have to hit the defend. Okay. And it does actually guarantee that this works out a lot better for us. Perfect. I only take 2 damage that turn. It's now really easy for me to take out the back line, and then the rest of the fight just unfolds easy. Whew! Saved us a fair whack of damage there. Bludgeon, Blood Wall, and Havoc. I mean, Bludgeon will be pretty good damage all the way up through Lagavulin and Matriarch. You can't really steal my strength and make that Bludgeon worse. Damn. If only we got to slither it immediately. Additional damage or additional defense on a block. Let's just get additional defense on one of our defense. Thank you. Easy bludgeon. And lethal in the next hand. Inflame, Bloodwall, Cinder, and Evil Eye. I feel like Evil Eye is generally going to be pretty good in this deck. Inflame's damage scaling that I don't really need right now. Yeah, just give me the Evil Eye first. Stone Armor. Ooh, Stone Armor and Finesse. Both pretty interesting here. I like the idea of Stone Armor because it means that, especially after Stone Armor's upgraded, like, it's play that and a single defend and the parrying shield is consistently triggering, and in the early game, that's, you know, a free strike every turn. And it's incentivizing me to do something I already want to do, which is defend. But then, we'll see more Stone Armors in the future because of the lasting candy. And if I get, like, 3 Stone Armors in a relatively thin deck, that's actually a really, really good way for us to keep, like, a solid defense core up. That said, Finesse costs 0 energy, and it also draws a card, so it's really hard not to say the option here should just be take Finesse and then take Stone Armors in the future when I see them. Which is what I'll do. Bludgeon, bludgeon, bludgeon. Got him. 36 damage, finish him off. Offering! Yes, please. In a deck that has bludgeon. Absolutely. Also, Evil Eye often will be triggering off the back of the offering there as well. Let's make sure that we upgrade both bludgeon and the bash before we get to this elite combat, so that we're much more likely to be able to set up the vulnerability and damage on the same turn. Okay. Yeah, bludgeon, finesse, and then I'm going to use offering here. The reason that's so cheap for us as well... 20, yeah. The reason that's so cheap for us to do here... Oh, didn't even split it. Is because I was already on full health. So I was mainly with offering, spending health that the blood was just about to give me back. There's the stone armor I was asking about earlier, by the way. Let's get the bash upgrade. Between bash and bludgeon, we should be fine for most fights. The worst fight for us is going to be the AoE combat, but that's what our potions are for. Alright, we're okay. I'll actually also pop Dex Pot here. Nice. Defend stone armor. Oh, nice. I even get to throw a strike and still full defend against the 24 incoming damage. Beautiful. And next hand is guaranteed bludgeon. Yeah, so we leave this fight on 72. That's pretty healthy. Sparkling Rouge, study third turn, gain a strength in the dex. Pretty good for a run like this, where I'm intending on stalling out the fights a little bit. Battle Trance, Drum of Battle, and Tremble. I have no way to exhaust another card, so we take the Battle Trance over Drum of Battle first. It's not unlikely now that I go to the left to try and take out the additional enemy, but if I have the opportunity, I should pick up AoE support before then. In terms of upgrades, I will hit my offering with the upgrade. That's good for exactly one upcoming... No, I'll hit the Battle Trance. The offering's a better upgrade for fights that end within the first 2 cycles, which this Lagavulin the Matriarch will not be. Lagavulin the Matriarch's probably going to take like a good setup bludgeon, so like we bash in the early game and then wake the enemy up with a bludgeon. Second cycle, hit him with another bludgeon. Along the way, just consistently defending, and then we'll see. So I would guess we're probably 3 or 4 cycles into that deck before we kill the enemy. Ooh, Liquid Bronze. Burning Pact is really good. Ability to exhaust a card in hand as well as draw. Colossus is also really good defense. Stampede's pretty good in the deck that has bludgeon. I'll take Burning Pact. And then I don't think I need new draw. Although Bloodletting is now uncommon, but I do need, like, additional energy from something like Bloodletting, I think. Single turn of Weaken Vulnerability versus Liquid Bronze for the entirety of the upcoming fight. Specifically because Liquid Bronze is really good against the Scavenging Gardeners. I want to take it over a Potion of Binding. I don't like this. So I can Bash Strike one of you off and then just take 7 damage. I should really save the attack potion for the upcoming elite. It's not like I've got high damage left in the deck. I'm going to use the attack potion here. Pitiful damage this turn. Okay. Yeah, Half Beyond. There you go. Touch of Insanity. And then we get a Whirlwind that I can actually take naturally into the deck. Perfect, and that's our solution for... Not the Abyssal Worm, goddamn. Touch of Insanity. Choose a card in hand. It is free to play this combat. Probably going to do that. Nice. To the Bludgeon, especially if we got Vulnerability in that hand, which we then did. Easy peasy. Get us down to the new deck cycle as quickly as we can. Nice. Most defensive possible draw still puts out 10 damage on the board. Okay, I do go all offense here. There's no reason to... Fine. Almost every single hand there would have killed. Defend, 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 finesse. And then finesse draws into battle. Yeah, no, I think all of them end up with more than 10 damage in that hand. Ah, well. Oh! I interrupted myself, so I remembered to take the bowler hat before the gold! So now we get 25% additional gold on top of what we got from the bowler hat. Stomp, Stampede, and Ashen Strike. Ashen Strike's... It does okay here. I think we just take a Stampede. And snap an upgrade on it so that my Bludgeon plays itself. Hey, nice. We've got our opening bash. Now I'm just waiting for a Bludgeon to start the fight with. Hello, Bludgeon. Mm-hmm. Stone Armor, Stampede, defend. Uh-huh. Good block, decent damage. We'll Offering first here. And Burning Pact through a strike as well. I will Battle Trance for the finesse of it all, but... Alright, we'll bash Raw as well. Damn, I was really hoping Bludgeon would be the random played there. Make everything a lot easier for me. Okay, one more turn of vulnerability. Nice. I think I do just have to throw the 61 of this right now. I can't risk just going Bash Strike and then another strike being played. So incoming is 24 this turn. Okay, we defended against 22 already. I've got additional defense to cover us in hand. Bludgeon, kill. Great. Woo! Hey, it's the new demon form. At the start of your turn, gain 3 strength. What are you, upgraded? Oh my god. And then I upgrade you and you become 4 strength. That's so... mid. Conflagration. Deal 2 damage to all enemies 4 times, says that Conflagration. A little bit more additional AoE support before I go to the AoE punishment floor? I think so. Aggression for the additional card draw is also nice, but let's cover our weaknesses rather than... Huh. Well, I'll be. We got a couple options here, folks. If we want, I could build the Stone Barricade. So that would be upgrade Stone Armor. That would be clone Stone Armor. And fill the entire deck with Stone Armor. Now, that would be boring as hell. Because, yeah, I'd still have to find a damage strategy. And also, oh boy. What, I'm doing 6 damage a turn? I could also clone this finesse. It has no, it doesn't accomplish any win condition for us. But I would have a lot of copies of finesse in the deck. How does that screw me? it screws me against the Eon Glass next floor, wherein I am going to fill my deck with Withers and while accomplishing nothing. So what do you do with the finesse deck is the next question, right? You wait for Juggernaut, a trigger of every time you gain, block, do damage. Maybe Letter Opener, every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That could also contribute. I really want a clone. All right. It's time to see what clone this does. There's 3 rests on the left-hand side. Oh man, the cube's gonna be pretty mad at my finesse clone. Hopefully the whole deck isn't finesses by that point. So I can take damage off of this field. Still gotta be taking some myself, though. Alright. Stampede again, no. Iron Wave, Twin Strike. No, these aren't what's missing. Random Power gives us Juggernaut. Okay, so it heard the first 4 letters I said. That was nice and encouraging. Juggling, Stampede, Strike, end turn, Bludgeon, adds another Bludgeon to hand. I got 2 Bludgeons in the deck now. Woo! Yeah, that's just 16 damage we get the honor of taking there. Cruelty. Vulnerable takes 25% more damage. Vulnerable isn't even consistently set up for us right now. Let's take an Evil Eye. I mean, that's easy. Stampede, Strike. Bludgeon! Okay, I am putting defend cards in the deck, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, maybe not enough. Still. Let's use the Clarity Extract. God damn. Never mind. I'll just take another 12 this turn if you don't mind. And then another 6 to my own offering because I still need it. Perfect. Lucky Tonic. Inflame, Cruelty, Tremble. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna need this speed in this combat as well, so I have to spend the offering. I don't want to. Oh, damn. But yeah. I feel like I've managed to put together a deck that accomplishes nothing, but loses health. Remarkable. I don't think this has ever been seen before. A deck that accomplishes nothing? You'd think playing all these cards would have to do something. I'm here to tell you that isn't so. Yeah, I can tread water in this fight at best. I am currently deeply invested in a future that is not going to occur. Goddamn. To be fair, even if I started to dupe finesse in each of these spaces, this would have to give finesse some sort of a payoff, or what does it do? I just needed to try. Alright, thank you for killing me in under 30 minutes, video game. I'm very appreciative of it. Can you show me some, I had to make sure I didn't click this immediately, just in case either of the other ones with a new relic. Alas, a lack of new relics. Let's hit this for early question mark. Find a glammed card, and then find a way to define our run around it. So goddamn rude. Full 13. Have to take it that turn. Have no choice. Cinder, Anger, Body Slam. So Anger is the wild one because to the replay... the replay is given to the copy that is added to the discard pile. The original copy has its replay spent, but the new copy still has replay available. Also, because it plays itself twice, it adds 2 glams. Sorry, 2 angers. Look, let's take that. Let's find more zero-cost attacks. Absolutely. Thank you, Badonis Egg. You're a zero-cost attack. You're an absolute zero-cost weapon. Enemies not attacking next turn. Easy. Spike of Inflame. Yeah. Scale my my anger damage, please. Yeah, I mean, look, we could have taken less damage that fight overall. I'm pretty sure of it. Iron Wave, Havoc, Flame Barrier. Yeah, defense cards that cost a lot. Very easy to play alongside zero-cost attacks. Let's buff up. Ooh, draw from Inflame. Yeah, draw's really good in a deck full of zero-cost cards. God damn. 8 max HP for a Happy Flower. Hatch the Badonis Egg, so I've got no curses in this deck. Or rather, so I've got 1 less curse in this deck. I'm not going to be especially good at defending here, so yeah, it's definitely about aggression speed. So I'm probably not going to get too much value out of a dex pot here. Gosh, if only I got Flame Barrier this turn, though. Got him! Vulnerable Potion and a Strawberry for 7 more max HP. Stomp! Deal 12 damage to all enemies, cost 1 less per attack played this turn. Letter Opener, when you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Then we want to upgrade Anger. Down the midliner. Stomp! Pillage! Oh, we did find it! Draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. Start with Volm in this fight, then... Defend, strike, strike, anger, anger, bird swoop for 39. Bash, strike. Inflame gets us to the end of this draw cycle. Pillage starts, and it gets 3 cards, and that's all it needed. Anger for the kill. Razortooth. Every time you play an attack or a skill, upgrade it for the rest of the combat. There's also a Heart of Iron, gains 7 plating. Stone armor? Yes. Have I gone to a shop and removed a card yet? I have not. Removing a strike would make this deck better. Oh wow, second Pillage? Stone Armor Taunt actually might be the choice. Vulnerability directed. And additional short duration defense. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of exactly what we want. Woof. Stone Armor Strike. I mean, Flame Barrier we wanted to see next turn. Wait, hang on. I have Razortooth, so I should be playing out the rest of my cards even if I don't care about them. So that would be Stone Strike and then Defend, just so that it's upgraded in the new cycle. Okay, Bash, Bird Swoop, Strike, Stomp. Sadly short, but just. Oh my god, what a Pillage. Just draw out the rest of a full hand. Permafrost. First time you play a Power Each combat, gain 7 block. God, we are definitely about that short-term combat. Forgotten Ritual. I don't exhaust cards, so I don't actually get a benefit from that. Inferno, Shrugado. There's a little argument for Shrug It Off, just because it's additional easy cycle and defense, in and amongst other things. Swift Pot, don't think I need that here. I want an additional turn of vulnerability out of Taunt, but I'll get that over the course of this next combat, so we'll upgrade a power instead. Pretty decent first turn, I think. Okay, Heart of Iron, Stone Armor, Strike, Strike. 17 plating. Hell yeah. I don't even need to defend this turn. Very glad I didn't try and rest before this for no good reason. Perfect. Primal Force. Transform all attacks in your hand into Giant Rock. Giant Rock, 1 energy, deal 20 damage. This got upgraded. Now it's 24 damage. 2024. I think it used to be 1620. Yeah, I guess. Unmovable. The first time you gain block from a card each combat, double the amount gained. I mean, that makes it a lot easier for us to just play 1 defensive card each turn, which is exactly our vibe. And Offering. I feel like our fights already go really quick. As much as I do like the idea of Offering, I think that makes us better at what we're already good at and worse at what we're already bad at, which is long-term combat. Like boss fights or particularly annoying elite. Enchant all strikes in your deck with Tez, Katara's Ember. So all of those would then become 0-cost attacks that also have additional damage attached to them. That does, admittedly, make them a lot better for a Pillage style deck. Yeah. I mean, if we're aggressive, let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. Taunt and strike and stone and defend. Got him. Just you and me, buddy. Just me, buddy. Stampede, Thunderclap. Stampede's not that important. Thunderclap for AoE vulnerability, especially when Vicious is an exceptional way for me now to gain additional draw in this deck. I'd take that. Bash, Bird Swoop, Pillage, Anger, Stomp, and the enemy's dead. Hell yeah. Battle Trance is a little tough, because I don't want to draw and then not be able to anymore, but still, especially after Battle Trance is upgraded, that's enough. That's enough cards in a turn that I'll still feel okay. Upgrade that full hand. Yes. Taunt Anger, and then I can set up a bash against Obscura while the Parafright's down. Okay, Stomp will take the backline for us. Yeah, so we can see how different this fight is to this fight last run. I'm just incidentally taking out the Parafright while also doing good damage to Obscura versus last run, which was not, it was not similar to that. It shared very little. It was bad. Got him. Set up strike, deal 9 damage, gain 4 strength this turn. Given that it's already upgraded, I'm actually okay with taking 1 copy of that. It's just a flex attached to a strike, basically. Potion of Binding versus Dexpot. We'll drop Dexpot for a block potion. We tend to be caring about much more short-term stuff. Rage is here, and so is Bloodletting. Unfortunately, I can't afford both of them. I'll take Rage and walk away then. Regent, Silent, and Defect. It's got to be Silent. It's got to be Silent related to draw or Shiv generation. Do I care about a Dagger Spray? My AoE is pretty bad, but I don't think I need to take that. Whoa. Expose. Remove all artifact and block from the enemy. Apply 2 vulnerable. Pretty good in the Ironclad. Strangle. Deal 10 damage. Whenever you play a card this turn, the enemy loses 3 HP. I feel like that's just a bad version of strength for us. Because if we're attaching that to anger, it's just bad strength. Give me expose probably there. Blade of Ink. It's an incredible way for us to apply weakness, and it's a skill that creates attacks. It's perfect for us. The other is unnecessary. Sick. Set up, strike, strike, shiv, shiv. Now the enemy has 2 weakness on them, something that otherwise the Ironclad only has 1 card to provide. Okay. Unmovable defend. Thunderclap, Bird Sweep. Taunt, Inflame. Anger. Strike, strike. Battle Trance. Stomp. Stone Armor. What am I short now? 8? I'll throw the Potion of Vulnerability, actually, there. Make it only 2 that I'm short. And then kill you next turn, yeah. Twin Strike versus Stroganoff. I definitely don't need Twin Strike, so this is if I need Stroganoff, and I do think I do. Especially if it's upgraded there. Don't think I need many more, though. Unmovable needs to be lower cost. Battle Trance needs to draw additional cards. And Inky... Whoa! Strike Dummy. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Very good here. Mm-hmm. $18 damage from each of those strikes. Still definitely worth it. Rage and Flame for the draw. I was really hoping to draw into more attacks, but I guess this will be okay. Bash, Setup Strike, and then Strike is 27. That's lethal. Oddly Smooth Stone started combat with 1 dex, as well as the Entropic Brew to refill all our potion slots. Draw a battle, draw 2 cards. When it is exhausted, gain 2 energy. I do not exhaust cards of mine. Fight Me! Great way to gain a little bit of strength. Middle of the combat. We need to extend vulnerability and weaken. Start with Shrug. Oh! Okay. Interesting. I'll block pot this turn, drop Fight Me, and double strike on a single target. Refill with Entropic. We'll hold. Okay, Blade of Ink and Strike make that Stomp cost 0 already. And then I played... I haven't played in Flame. Okay, so Stone Armor will trigger Permafrost. Just wondering... Got a lot of aggression left in the deck. I don't need Unmovable. I'll play the Defend and we'll try and kill them without using a potion next turn. I take 2 more damage here, but... that'll do it. Setup Strike, Thunderclap, Bird Swoop. There was a version of it that did that. It was not the version I played. We're all good though. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We killed them all next turn, so it's actually it's fine. I was trying to increment the Happy Flower actually. The Courier. Merchant no longer runs out of cards, relics, or potions. Price increased by 20% as well. None of those appeal to me too deeply. Interesting. Hey, it's the new rare Dominate. I mean, it's the same as Dominate ever was, but now it's rare. At the start of your 3rd turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dex. Equilibrium is also good. Wing Charm, a random card in each reward is enchanted with Swift 1. Oh, I love that. I mean, I want to take Dominate, but I don't actually have that much vulnerability in this deck. So I almost feel like taking Sparkling Rouge or... I'm going to take Wing Charm. Then I want... additional turns of Weaken from Blade. And Pillage. This is a good fight for a Dex Potion. Taunt, Setup Strike, Swoop, Strike, Strike. Strike, Triple Defend. Unmovable, I'll Inflame. Anger, Anger. Escape Land Strike. I'm not willing to Battle Trance just in case I hit, like, both of the escape plans and wouldn't have been able to continue escaping. Fate of Ink is going to do significantly more here. I don't think I need another Frantic Escape. 33 damage this turn. Oh, easy. Energy Potion as well as Terror Sun. Oh, Hellraiser! Actually, is Hellraiser even worth it? All of our strikes are free. It just takes away my ability to determine who they get hit by. Juggernaut. When you gain block, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Maybe if I had Daughter of the Wind. Terra Sunder. I feel like I'm not going to be taking damage enough times for Terra Sunder to be super important as well, though. Terra Sunder is one of those cards that's just eventually a win condition in your worst fight. And I'll take it to prepare for my worst fight. Grant Ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. Man, that's a way to overwhelm my discard with Angers. As long as I'm comfortable killing in the first cycle, though, that's not bad. Lose 9 max HP to get 3 wishes. The wishes giving us the ability to pull specific cards from the draw pile. Let's go Music Box for the Ethereal copy, I believe. And I just want to hit as many question marks as possible. Show me all of the questions you have. Oh, I get an upgraded version. Oh, that's cool. Unmovable. Strike. Strike. Stone Armor, Stop, Defend. Expose. Bird Swoop. Fight me. Anger. Anger. Bird Swoop. I had strikes left. Ooh, Pommel Strike. It's already upgraded so it draws 2 cards, but it also draws an additional card. That's a good Pommel Strike. Now that's a Pommel Strike I can get behind. Alright, I'll cycle potions to save HP, why not? Oh my god. Oh, but the ethereal copy of the music box does not retain its buff. Rude. Thunderclap, Blood Wall, Forgotten Ritual, all good there, thanks. Can I have an Unceasing Top? I just feel like it'd be really good right now. Okay, good. And we had a stomp if we really needed to crush that out at the end. Ashen Strike does scale pretty okay. No. I need to stop adding scaling options to this deck and start just killing the enemies. Sets up the Super Anger. Oh, another Super Anger. Why not? We've already Battle Trance, so that Anger's not really going to be replayable this turn. So let's get a second copy of Thunderclap instead. Can't let the front line actually buff themselves there. Perfect. Oh my god. Let's actually have a look at that card selection again before I instantly click the Anger with the Swift on it. I tried. I really did try to choose something else there. It was hard yards. Anyway, I'll take a Swift Pote. Thunderclap Plus? No. Pillage? No. Shrug it off? You can have a Shrug it off. There you go. Because it can't take strikes, there's very few cards it actually wanted to take from me. Okay, additional turns of vulnerability, additional block on rage. Thrash. I don't really get back to specific cards in the recycle consistently, so I don't think Thrash is what we're looking for. I'm going to save my money. I don't think any of these are what I'm looking for, and I know there's another shop coming up. Pocket Watch, when you play fewer cards for a turn, draw 3 additional cards at the top of the next turn. Pommel Strike. Okay, phew. Way too close down to the bottom of the deck there. 18. Movable defend. The speed of damage in this deck right now is concerning. Interesting. The ethereal copy of Swift that gets added to my hand doesn't still have Swift Unspent, but the ethereal copy of Glam that gets added to my hand does still have Glam Unspent, so I get another replay copy back to hand. Huh. This one's clear. It's just fight me, gain a huge amount of strength, and then start turning and burning on the final axe spot. Setup strike, anger. I had more where that was coming from, buddy. Mayhem, Rupture. Cascade. Okay. I'm going to take Tremble, and I'm going to take Tuning Fork. I think consistent access to vulnerability is important and something I don't really otherwise have. And I think a little bit more block could really help see us through. I think this first fight is going to be the easier of the two for us by far. I think the fight afterwards is going to prove to be a nightmare. All right. Unmovable for 19 block on turn 1. Ooh, can I get a double fight me and then strike to finish? Fight me 14. Second fight me is 20, 34, and I've got 6 strength, 54. Oh. If I played Rage, I could defend myself mostly while doing this. All right, I'll do that. Then I don't even have to spend the Von pot. Alright, draw huge hand here with a pocket watch. Okay. Taunt. Double anger, setup strike, double anger, another anger. I'll throw stone armor down to finish. Great, we'll leave it there so the pocket watch is guaranteed to trigger. Taunt, stone armor, and then a blade can help us set up constant weaken. I mean, as much as I want to use Fight Me here. I'm not going to take this enemy out this turn. I need to use the Swift Bot in order to make sure that I have any amount of defense. Ooh, that anger might actually do it, though. $30. Yep, that's lethal. Now, this was always going to be a big challenge for us. There we are. Best we can do is take the full 10 on first turn. Flame barrier. I mean, I want to throw double anger here, but it doesn't even accomplish anything right now. So what do I do it for? Okay. Let's rage. Blade of Ink is going to help us fully solve the enemy's artifacting. Let's get you pre-weakened for next... Actually, do I make you... I'll make you vulnerable. Do I make you vulnerable, baby? Do I make you vulnerable for this turn? And then Pillage, Battle Trance. Okay, exposed to keep it up. Really wish we got exposed earlier, though. $31. God. Alright, I'll start with Anger. I was really hoping the next card on top of the deck was unmovable. Unfortunately, now I have to play a defend card before I can possibly even draw unmovable. Oh my god, I don't even manage to draw unmovable this turn. It's literally the bottom card of the deck. I wanted that card! I want that card! Give me that card! Here it is! Our best block card. Right alongside our... end of the run. You know, frankly, I'm proud of getting this far. Within spitting distance of finishing Eon Glass there. I mean, yeah, that points towards the deck having not high enough consistency of defense unless it draws unmovable real early on in the fight. Something maybe that I could have done as a lookout would be taking a fairy in a bottle here for the safety, or even Beetlejuice from here. I don't know if Tuning Fork actually gave us that much important effect in any fight. I know Tremble didn't. So I do think that Beetlejuice could have saved us the amount of HP in the final fight. Or, knowing that I didn't end up spending the money in the next shop, I could have possibly taken the fairy in a bottle. I was considering that at the time, but then knowing that there was another shop coming up and that I might be able to afford a relic, I really did want to leave it open until here. So I think the most reasonable alternative play that I should have made should have been... yeah, should have been in this shop. For taking Beetlejuice, probably. Alas. For the moment... My name? My name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire too, though. Top left is a series playlist from all our contents on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past, the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays out above the neck there. And a special thanks this episode to Seamus. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.